Hello everyone, this is Michael Cheek with MikesGuitarLessons.com, and we are going to learn the chorus to You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. Now just a real quick example of what that's going to sound like is this. Okay, now this is basically using the G chord, I use a G fifth, and the C chord, and the D chord. Okay, you've seen these in the other videos for this song, and a lot of other ones. These are really common chords. So let's go back over those chords real fast just to kind of review them a little bit so that you're not confused at all in case you've forgotten any of these chords or haven't learned them yet. Now I like to use the G fifth for this song because it sounds closest to what he's doing. I think Angus likes to use this chord a lot. So what we're going to do is take our first finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the E string. Okay, playing this note. We're going to mute the A string so that it doesn't play. We're muting that with our first finger. Just kind of let your first finger barely touch it, and it'll mute it. The D string is open. The G string is open. The B string is played in the 3rd fret with your 2nd finger. And the E string is played in the 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. Okay? So everything that we're pressing down is in the 3rd fret. That's our G fifth. Our C is played like this, nothing on the thick E string. 3rd fret with your 3rd finger on the A string. The D string is played in the 2nd fret with your middle finger. The G string is played open. The B string is played in the 1st fret with your 1st finger. And the E string is open. Okay? That's our C chord. And our D chord is our last chord we have to worry about. On the skinny E string, it's going to be the 2nd fret with your 2nd finger. The B string is played in the 3rd fret with our 3rd finger. And the G string is played on the 2nd fret with your 1st finger. Okay? And then I don't play the thick E string, but the A and the D string are open. Okay? I just wrap my thumb around the top of the neck of the guitar to mute that string. Okay? Now we've got the chords out of the way, and let's go ahead and figure out how we actually use them in the chorus. Starting right at the beginning of the chorus, you're going to go to a G fifth, and I actually want to get a view of the body of my guitar too, so you can see how I'm strumming these chords. Okay? Now, I don't just start off strumming all the way through like that. I'm actually going to hit the bottom of the chord. And when I say bottom of the chord, I mean these thicker strings here. I know they're physically top or on top of the neck of the guitar, but they're the lower notes. That's why I call it the bottom of the chord. So you don't have to be real exact. You can hit just the E string, or you can strum across the first 3 strings, because you won't get any sound out of the A string because it's muted. Okay? The idea is just not to strum all the way through and include those skinnier strings. So you're going to start off hitting the bottom of the chord, and then you're going to strum all the way through. Okay? So now that's it for the G fifth chord right there. Now we're going to go to the C chord, but we have to lead into it with some bass notes. So what I like to do is put my 1st and my 2nd finger where they go, where you just learned them a second ago, but my 3rd finger is up. The reason is because I have to play 3 notes before I strum my whole C chord. I'm going to play open on the A string first. Then I use my 3rd finger to kind of shift over and play the 2nd fret of the A string, and I play that note. And then I shift my 3rd finger all the way up to where it's supposed to be on the C chord, 3rd fret of the A string, and play that note. Okay? So, it sounds like this. Okay? And I actually don't strum all the way through the C chord here. I actually am plucking certain notes. So I go after I do that, I'm going to pluck the G string and then the B string. Okay? So, alright. Now after that, I'm really kind of going to a G chord, but we don't need to go to the full thing. What we want to do here is put our middle finger on the A string in the 2nd fret and play that note. Then play the G string and the B string. Okay, so G 5th, lead into your C chord, then play the G string, then the B string. Now it's going to go middle finger in the 2nd fret of the A string, and then G string, then B string. And they're open. You can see I picked all of my other fingers up, so that's open on the G and the B. And then we're going to go to our D chord. Okay, so it may look like I used my first finger on that part where I told you to play open on the B string, but I just wait a second before I pick my finger up. So you can see I play that bass note, then I play open on the G, and that's usually where I get my first finger out of the way to play open on the B string. And then D chord, which we already learned. So, one more time. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed it up. And I actually do strum that chord twice, so then you go back into your C chord the way you did before. Back to this chord. It's really a G. We're playing our only putting down our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, then G string, B string, back to the G 5th. Okay, so starting at the beginning, going to that point, and keep going into your C chord. Now, what you're basically doing there is just kind of repeating. I didn't explain every single note there on that last one because you can see that I'm just kind of repeating what I've already taught you. So, one last time so you can see everything. I'm going to play it slow. If I speed it up, it's going to sound the way it's supposed to. Okay, I made a little bit of a mistake there, but you can see how the chorus goes. Now, when you're going back into the verse, you know, when you're leaving the chorus, you're basically just going to play that G 5th chord the way you normally do. So it's going to sound like this. Forgot my verse for a second. So I just wanted to show you how you go back into the verse. You just strum that G 5th chord, mute it, and then you're right back into the verse. Okay, so that's the chorus for You Shook Me All Night Long. I believe you have everything now for the song, so I hope you enjoy.